Good evening. After a long time, I'm coming with a review. As I promised in my last video that I am going to review some of the products what I'm using. So it's been pretty long time I'm using the Palladio rice powder. Let me introduce this to you. I don't know how many of you have heard, but this is Palladio rice powder. It is looking like this very classic. If you look at this, it looks like a Chinese face powder. It looks like something like that. Actually, it is like that, and it is made of. Let me show you the whole thing: talc, calcium carbonate, and many more other things. And the main thing was the rice starch. They are using the original rice starch, which is actually very helpful for the oily and combination skin. I finally got rid of using my face powder. I used to use my Yves Rocher and my Body Shop 3-in-1 face powder, which can be used as wet and dry as well. I literally got rid of those very expensive ones. This is only $5 rice powder, and I am using the translucent one, RPO2. They have two more shades, but I actually don't want to go with the colors. One is natural, another one is one beige, and you can buy it from the Palladio. It's botanical and vitamin infused cosmetics website. If you want to buy something more, they have more products. So let me share my experience. I saw in before I bought this one, I didn't find any, what do you call it, any review in YouTube. But after I bought this, I found a channel guy. I forgot the name. I think it's Cherry Bomb or something like that. I forgot the YouTuber's name. He was giving a review. He really liked it, but his skin was dry, and my skin is not dry. My skin is very combination. My T-zone, I feel like if I put a bucket under my face, I think at the end of the day I'll get a half a liter of oil. I feel like that. Seriously, my skin was not like that. Now I'm 35. The moment I pass 30, I think it is the skin rule that your skin will change. So mine is getting oilier. So I'm using, I don't use foundation, by the way. I never use foundation. I don't know why, but foundation previously, I felt like foundation doesn't have much moisture, because my country is very humid, very warm most of the time, like 8, not really 8, 10 months in a year, the place where it's humid, hot, warm weather. I don't think so you will be able to wear properly foundation. That's why you get the best BB cream and the CC cream from Asia. I use the Skin 75 BB cream and the BB cream gold at the moment I'm using, and then I used to use the BB cream hot pink one from a beige. But this time, I don't know why, I thought like, okay, I'm aging, so I think I should buy the the Skin 75's BB cream gold. The difference between the hot pink and the BB cream gold is it's moisturizing a little bit. But since I'm facing the like a little bit mature skin at the moment, my skin is still in a good condition, but I thought like it needs a little bit more moisturizer since I'm aging. So I thought like to use that, but it is making my skin oily like hell. So I started to use my face powder very frequently, and moreover I use a lot of cream blush. I have at least 5-6 cream blush, I think. 5-6, sorry, not 5-6, I think more than that. Maybe 10-12 cream blush. Flower Cosmetics, and then some UK products. I'll show you in other video. Anyways, my point was using the rice powder of Palladio. I will totally recommend if you are oily skin, if you're a combination skin, this is the best thing you can use. And you don't need any face powder at all. Even you can use it for the baking, whoever is doing baking, even though I don't do baking because I feel like baking actually shows up your wrinkle lines. That's how I feel. I don't know about others, but baking just show up, especially under eye. Oh my god, it shows up your wrinkle lines. So I don't do that. I use in my T-zone this rice powder, and trust me, for 8 hours it was just like that. I sweated like hell, but my makeup, or I do very less makeup, but whatever I do, even like in some spots I have done some yellow correction, and you know, the corrector we use before the concealer. So some of the places I used the rice powder, and trust me, the whole day it set it like just like that. I didn't have to do any touch up, I didn't use any face powder, it was just perfect. Rice powder, like if you're in a humid weather country, if you're in a hot country, if your weather is hot at the moment, go for the rice powder. Trust me. In fact, sometimes what I do, like just to refresh my face, I just spray the rose water on my face. I have a bottle which is with a spray, and I noticed that it doesn't make any difference in my makeup. I mean, it's not melting, it's not going away, so it's holding up the setup pretty good. Previously, when I used to use, the difference of what I saw, like when I'm using a face powder, it actually moving. When I'm spraying anything like a water or the rose water, whatever I'm spraying, the powder is moving, the makeup is moving from there, but the rice powder is holding really well. I think it's because of the ingredients. The rice powder, is said the rice powder has been used for generations and is known as the oil absorbing properties. Okay, now I want to say something like the cherry bomb YouTuber said it looks cakey. It looks cakey when you put it too much. Don't use too much. Just take a little bit. Little bit goes a long way. Trust me, you don't need too much. What I do, I just tap a little bit on my hand, and I take my brush, big fluffy brush, put it over just dab a little bit on my fluffy brush, and I just brush the place where I need it. You don't need a sponge, you don't need a real technique, that magic sponge, you don't need anything, and you don't have to use it wet. Seriously, you don't have to. It is to set up. See, it's written rice powder can be used alone or to set makeup. Use alone, you can just use it alone. That's it, nothing else. It's not going to change your color or anything. If you are using the translucent one, I prefer the translucent one because it's not really changing your color. It's not making your face white. For Go Rice Powder, try actually, this is what I can say. Remember, I think I remember there's a $45 liquid blotting paper, the Claim It blotting paper. I think it's the Makeup Fix company. They bought out liquid blotting, something like that. Yeah, I remember. It costs $45. I'm sorry. I don't want to waste I don't want to spend $45 for the blotting, because I know it's going under your makeup and at some point it will melt. I don't want that. And 1,000 times I have to use my tissue or a blotting paper, something like that. I don't want to do it. And I would also, like, in my habit, what I do, I clean my hand 1,000 times in a day. And also whenever I go to the washroom, I just splash my face with water. So I wear waterproof eyeliner, I wear waterproof mascara, so everything stays on the spot. And what happens if I use the face powder? It just moves, and the concealer comes out. It looks really bad. Now I got rid of that problem as well from this rice powder. Palladio rice powder is excellent. Just don't use too much. Don't use the puff inside it. Let me show you something. Okay, it is inside. Don't use this puff. I think most of the people use their own brush or sponge, something like that. Don't use the sponge. Just tap like this, just shake it, take it off, take off the puff, and just hold on a second, let me show you inside. Okay, this is how it looks like. Trust me, this is a lot of powder. Just tap it on your hand. Oops, it just fallen a little bit on my laptop. And use your brush, your fluffy brush, your big fluffy brush, and just lightly swirl on your face. Good enough for the setting, trust me. And if it doesn't work, let me know. And I would prefer if you if what I do, like I use this translucent powder where it's needed. I don't use it where it's not needed. This is the best part of the translucent powder. I mean, my T-zones sweat like hell, but the other places are just fine. So I don't need to use it over there. And my skin, whatever the skin correction I'm doing, that is like just on the place. So why would I use somewhere else? Because since, you know, when you're 30 plus, you have to be very careful about using powder or the cream products what you're using, because it helps to show up the fine lines. So if you are a little bit technical or a little bit clever, you know where to use it what. So that's it, because I'm sure you know by now, if you're 30 plus, that all of your face doesn't need moisture every single places everywhere the same amount. I'm sure you know that if you know your face well. So this is what I realized I need on my like the least place I need is in my jawline. The least place I need a moisturizer is on my cheeks. I don't need them. So at the moment I'm just avoiding using it. Also, I'm using a special lotion which I will give a review. You'll see. And I'm using it, I'm just combining that with this. I'm using the BB cream and using what is that? Alba Botanicals, what is that name? I forgot. Anyways, I'll put the name. That is I'm using in my T-zone. So that is sucking a little bit of oil, and not a lot. That is a very light lotion. And then over it I'm using this one. So this three is making a really nice match. For me, I'm a combination skin now, so my problem is solved. Let me know if it is helping you. Try it. Don't use too much rice. But I'm saying again, it's not cakey. Trust me, it's not cakey if you're not making it cakey. So yep, have fun, try it, and let me know. Bye.